Yo, well, peeps, as promised last week, back again live, as promised last week. So, this week, we had a couple of guests planned for y'all, and due to circumstances, and I don't want to say circumstances with our specific guests, but yeah, they had little issues coming on. But this week showed me in general the problems that we as a country is have to face with people every day when it comes to professionalism and just basically people getting in the feelings when it comes to business. So not specifically with any of our guests, but it just ironic that we end up having a little issues too with our peoples who straight, but it was nice to know that. And I mean, I can't talk for them in general, but I do take it personally because I understand that everybody have their own commitments. So it's me, Joey G, and your boy Stealth gonna be running it.
Yo,
We Yeah, we have Chef Chin who right now trying to come online, so we working on that. But I know I can't be the only one that has just get fed up of having to apologize to people because they, let me say, immature in the thinking. But you had to be the bigger person, right? True. Because at the end of the day, you understand that whatever it is you trying to do is bigger than you. Meaning, and when I say you, it's bigger than whatever you feeling. So I using our personal example with YuhGT. YuhGT is our brand, so I have a vision for the brand. So when I engage with people, at the end of the day, I can't engage them as Joey G. I engage them as YuhGT. So when people, for whatever reasons, within the communication lines get blurred and communication for whatever reason isn't crystal clear. And instead of trying to ask for feedback, they decide to jump in the feelings. I can't answer with feelings. I had to be the one to put on a muzzle, put my tail in between my legs and apologize. When really and truly it was just a matter of miscommunication. But I mean, in hindsight, it showed me that I still have plenty to learn and plenty to implement when it comes to dealing with people with the brand. So I'm going to just try to stay away from getting into any bacchanal, but I make up my mind that to deal with these specific situations because if I could, and it's not if I could, when I decide to actually shine up my experiences. I had to really take time away from this. I had to do this personal on a one on one. So, still, Thailand, just now I go and
mm,
start a blog. I'm already working on it because it too it too entertaining. I just had a laugh because sometimes I think back on some of my encounters with people and just shake my head because one, I can't believe people is really gay on so. Two, I know I's not a madman and I not disrespectful because I could be very disrespectful if I wanted to. I's a man at the end of the day, it's nothing to boast about, but we come up rough. So if it is I wanted to disrespect you, it's not a matter of just words. I could disrespect people very different. But why do that? I mean, I saw a big man.
serving no purpose, dog.
Exactly why waste my energy? Sometimes though, being a man that come from there, dog, it it might it mightn't be a waste of energy because sometimes that's just what our satisfaction of making a boy feel the pain that he make me feel now, boy. And that's probably the reason why we in all these problems in our country because sometimes people don't care. People is
Well,
two
they don't.
people. No.
They don't, dog. The quicker you understand that, the easier life will be.
Yeah. And that is something that I don't want to encourage the listeners to go on, but I mean, people really don't care. I is trying my best to say that, hey, listen, what I project is what I will get back out. So I try my best to move as empathetic as possible and study other people, put myself in other people's shoes now, boy, hoping that by my actions, me doing that, they will get our vibes and reciprocate it. But it don't go that way.
I would say that's the wrong approach.
Yeah, well, it's easy to say that because you are a realist. I like to see myself as an idealist. But more and more boy people proving me to be ignorant and duncy because I totally agree with you. I know why you would say is a wrong approach. Because it's just not realistic. You can't expect people to treat you the way you treat them. That's reality. But why not dare to test reality and just try to be good to people because you want
No,
people to
being
treat
being
you.
good to people is one thing, but allowing
Mm,
them to do what they want and infiltrate your vibes and make it negative, that is the bad in it. And you can't
yeah.
allow people to control your life because you're trying to please them. Because
Mm-hmm.
that basically what you're telling me, you're trying to please people. You're trying to make them see the good in you, but they only see the negative.
Right. Well, no, let me correct you then if that's what you got. Is not basically trying to please people. Is basically trying to please is not and it's not even about it's basically just trying to give off what you want to get back. So I don't like people to disrespect me, general. I'm not going to disrespect you.
Nobody like that, G. I mean,
Right.
it
But you
have no person on this plane that going and expect you to disrespect them because they like it.
no but now look
That's
at
not
this.
realistic. That's not
Let
realistic.
me let's make it into as simple as saying good morning. You will tell somebody good morning, not because you're really in a good mood, but let me say the scenario is it's just the two of you all in a room and it will be kind of awkward not to actually have a little decency about you. So you come and you say, "Hey, good morning." And they will just coolly watch you and, psh,
I is one of them, G. What's so
well,
good about the morning? The only reason you're saying good morning is because you grew up that way and it probably embedded in you that you have to say good morning. But there are some people, when you don't tell them good morning, they vex with you, dog. So
yeah.
it
I
works.
witnessed that. I witnessed that. But
In a realm of duality, G, it's
no,
not
but let me
equality.
put it to you. Seeing as you'd say
Mm-hmm.
you are a person who will probably just reserve your good morning, right?
Mm-hmm.
If somebody say good morning, but at the same time and they engage you, like so it's almost like good morning and they waiting for you to respond so that they could probably engage you and ask a question. Wouldn't you naturally just probably say, well, yeah, morning? Because there's a difference between
It,
somebody
it,
just
de-
casually saying good morning for saying good morning.
it depends on my mood. Sometimes I'm not in a good mood. I don't want to hear nobody good morning. I don't want to hear that.
Well, I had a wonder,
Supposing
well,
supposing I going through a tough time, I just trying to get through in the line or something I trying to do.
mm-hmm.
And you come with your good morning and you want to vex with me because I don't tell you good. Nah, brother. No, it don't work so.
No, well, let me pose it again. Is because let's say it's two of us, say we come in for a job interview or some kind of thing, or not a job interview because that's too
No,
serious.
no. All right, that's all. You see the whole good morning topic. It's situational now, boy.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I know if you're grasping what I'm trying
Yeah,
to
it
grasp.
depends on the situation,
Yeah,
naturally.
not all the time somebody will be in a good mood to respond.
No, but we don't lose
How,
track of what the
wait,
conversation start
wait,
with
wait.
is it was
Let
just
me throw one.
basically,
Wait. Let me throw one at you now. So
mm-hmm.
supposing you go into a room, good morning, the person you answer, right?
Mm-hmm.
So what about if the person deaf? or dumb. They can't respond. They can't hear what you're saying. What happened in there now?
Well, me personally, I don't say good morning as a salute, like as a greeting, waiting to hear good morning back.
No,
That's
you're
not
not.
me.
You address the point. You go
No, if
into a
so, right,
room.
so, right, I say good morning, the person I respond. I not
Right.
even going and study that. But I being real, in the back of my mind, I go and tell myself probably, all right. I might, I'm not going to lie to you and say like, yeah, I just going to be totally cool with that. And then afterwards, something might happen and make me realize, well, nah, boy, that person dumb. And then I will probably
The
backtrack and say, well, look, you see, I
certain
judge too
instances
quick.
you'll never know. That is the whole
But
thing.
but this is the
So
difference between this is the difference.
even
I
self.
think this is where I think is actually come down to. You had to think. You can't jump in your feelings one time. You had to think.
No,
Because
but
as I said first, I try to put myself in other people's shoes. So just like you say, sometimes you mightn't be having a good day. I might come in and you perfectly normal. I say good morning, but I realize you're screwed. I not gonna say, well, psh, on a different day you would have probably say good morning, but today you're probably having a bad day. And that's what it is people had to start to do. And that's why I think I when I started this conversation, I should have actually stay first that just like you say, everything when it comes to interaction and communication is situational. It depending on your mood, it depending on the situation. But at least think. So whether you the person being aggrieved, say like use the person who say good morning and you didn't get the good morning back, or whether use the person who somebody tell you good morning and you just not on that vibes. Try to just think. Don't vex at the person. Just notice say like I not really trying to beg no friend from you. This is just me and I just interact with you 'cause you're there. And don't make it more than that. Don't start to go in your feelings immediately because I realize big men in this country, big people, man, woman, is get so emotional so quick. They take things so personally now, boy. And I don't worry stray from the actual professionalism and what it is we start with. But I think that's my problem. Like when you're trying to do business with people, Jed, people is get in the feelings real quick, too personally, too personal, too quickly. And that is something I don't even know. It don't even get me vex. It's just frustrate me. It's just be like, oh boy, again. And then I know how to say, well, all right, take the high road, sorry, thing. When really and truly I don't find I did anything wrong. It was just probably a
this,
breakdown in communication.
this is what I like about the contrast between me and you now, because I totally different. I taking a whole different standpoint to what you taking right now.
Mm.
Yeah, because
And that's
I like
cool.
I like when people do that and they show their true self. They be the self and they show the ignorant side, because I could learn from that. If you understand where I'm coming from.
Hmm. But
Because to know the good in people, they don't know bad in them. They don't know what is bad from good.
yeah, but
It, it,
suppose it's not
it
somebody I
can't
really
exist. It can't exist where people would everybody would be good and understand and not everything you saying right now.
know,
It
but suppose I just
that would
comment
not
to
exist. It would
suppose I
not
just come in
exist.
to buy a box of KFC. I don't
Yeah,
want
but
to know you on that personal level. So why you had to
right.
get in your feelings with me because you must be having a bad day and I want to ask you more than one question about the special because I just don't know and you getting vexed because you find I shouldn't be asking you questions. Why? I don't
And
want to see
I
you.
give you a
Why
good
get
I give you a
ignorant?
good reason. Probably I not in the mood to have any kind of talk with you, because I
So
probably get
then,
that 50 times for the day and I really use it 51 time and I really don't want to hear you.
yeah, but
It could
you
be that
working.
simple.
You in a
I'm
job that demand customer service. You have to deal with people.
Trinidad doesn't know what the customer service is.
Ah, but this is the problem. This is the
That's
problem. Because
non-existent.
before we started the stream, why I tell you, I may not have been in the best mood to do this. but I know this is what I had to do. This is what we commit to, so I'm doing it. So if I work in a customer service job, I don't want to say KFC because I don't want people to feel like it's only KFC. Anywhere you go, it could be a ministry, it could be KFC, it could be anywhere. Once you're dealing with the public, nobody say you have to be in a good mood, but your job is customer service. I'm not gonna lie, some people out of timing and it's push your buttons and it's just really overdo it. But as a customer service agent, a CSR, a representative, you not supposed to jump in your feelings and thing. I'm not saying you're not human,
Bro,
but
bro,
that's not supposed to be the norm, dog.
bro. When people making $100 to $200 a day, them don't care, bro, about customer service, and this is the
So
problem.
then, so then maybe the problem is with the institution not
Not the
training their
institution.
workers
It's not
and
the
not paying their workers
institution.
better. Then that's what you're saying.
It's the culture, chi. That's just
Is
the
it,
way it
it is the
is.
culture. I know
That's
that,
just the way
but
it is.
I just going on what you say because and that's a wrong culture because the same way. No, I don't even want to say that because it's a
No,
problem
no.
all over the
Again,
world. I would have say if you
again,
go away
you
and
don't want to start up my argumentative side.
that
How
good.
who give you the right to say it's our own culture?
Nah, dog, because it's just a totally ignorant culture and ignorance in no point and no form, right?
Every culture have a
Because you
ignorance
know
side to it.
why? The same person was who serving me and vex at me because they find I asking too much of questions. If they go somewhere and they get our same kind of service, they go vex. You will never see somebody telling themselves, well, boy, I know what that person going through. No, people is the general person do that. There's vex for the same things that they don't like. And this is my problem, is a bunch of
And
hypocrites you had to deal with.
this is what I'm trying to tell you. That is how the world designed. It's
That
duality, G. You must have the good with the bad. You'll never be able to differentiate from the other if you don't have it existing. So how you gonna know how to be the proper salesperson or the proper customer service assistant, whatever profession in? How you gonna know to be the better self if you're doing silly mistakes, boy? Somebody who do shit.
nah, boy, that is not what you learn. I
But
mean,
you,
people
you
doing
had
shit
to
for
learn.
so much.
You had to learn from your
Right.
mistakes, she.
Yeah,
So
but it's so much
somebody had to do
years.
shit. So you
Yeah,
telling me that all right, all this bad that going on in the country, right? Somebody ain't learning from what is going on. That what you're trying to tell me?
it's 50 years we independent to us.
Forget independence. We ain't talking about
No, no, no.
independence.
Yeah, because
We
you
talking about
say in
now.
the
We talking
country.
about now. We talking about now. We in 2018. Talking about now.
Listen to what I'm saying.
No, but you're not addressing my points. I
Well,
listening to what you're saying all the time.
it's been this long, right? Because you're saying somebody should be learning from what's going on in the country. It's been this long that this has been going on, and we haven't seen anybody try to make substantial change. And
You haven't seen anybody
no,
try
no,
to
no,
make
no, no.
substantial change.
It's not
You
that
can't
people
say
haven't
that. You
tried.
can't say that, G.
It's
You're
not, no, no,
generalizing that
no.
statement
Yeah,
because
but that's why I speak in generally,
wait,
right?
wait. So what is you trying to do right now? You're not trying to bring some form of positivity to the country.
But wait. You haven't seen anybody doing it, right? Why? Because traditionally, the culture we have, people who try to do good is get fight down. And they end up just how to say, well,
That's because they're weak.
but then why fight for something that people don't want?
Because you're doing it
I
for
not go and
you,
say
my
you
brother.
weak.
My brother, if I watch it like this, right? I's a vegetarian. You feel I's a vegetarian for people?
Hmm.
I as a vegetarian for myself. I feel the health
Yeah.
benefits. I feel better. My mind clearer. You know what I'm saying? So I will be a vegetarian despite all the meat eaters around me. And I will still line with them and have a fun time. You just have to know
Yeah,
how to
but
exist in the environment. That is all it is. But you're dealing with people who don't have a choice, my brother. If people had choice to be nice and to be, sometimes people don't have that choice. So your belly growling, you have no money in your pocket, your child crying. What you going to do, boy? You going to study a man who say good morning? Understand what I say?
Nah, but that is failure,
You gotta
dog.
put your,
Because
because
look
you
at the
say you
same
gotta put
scenario you
yourself.
bring. You bring the scenario. If it is you have all them problems, but you're working and you go in and course out on our customer because you just not any mood, but you don't really care about your job because it's that little job that, well, it's better you get an next job.
And
And
it
that
does
has,
happen. People are fighting in these places, and
yeah, but dog, that is dunciness, dog. That
you
is
can't stop
dunciness.
it. Well, right, somebody had to be done, see, in order to differentiate what is smart.
Nah, I mean, you're saying that, but the
I
reality
say,
is,
but that is the reality, my brother.
right,
If
but
everybody's smart and nobody dotish, how you'll know who dotish from who smart?
no, but still, that not helping nobody and that not actually dealing with the reality
It's
that
not. It's
people
not the. Listen to me.
people gain on, like people is always demand so much, but they in themselves do actually take the time to analyze themselves and realize that the problem is you, the problem is me, because it are times when I know I move real duncy and I check back myself and say, well, you know what, I had to stop that shit was, and it have plenty things that I cut out. But I listen to people who I know, brethren, and talking about unreal high horse days go up and boy, I don't understand how people is do this and that. And you see that, I don't like that. And then when you check them, they're not doing the exact same thing. They're doing probably worse. So why it is that's such a prevalent thing in this country?
Because that
Because
is the way it is. You're dealing with a
nah boy,
society that
but that
under
is
a
Trinidad
certain
all,
order.
well then somebody pushing the agenda then. And I say that and I feel like I can answer myself. Yes. If you watch the bigger heads and watch how them is deal, when I say bigger heads, parliament. In parliament, if you watch parliament, and I had to probably agree with you now because is our agenda being pushed when I really think of it. Parliament, you will watch parliament, politicians quarrel with each other back and forth. Nonsense. When it's really us who suffering and all they looking for is political mileage and behind closed doors them knocking glass. So it's like they actually pushing that because they know if it is they have our population so caught up in fighting over stupid things, they could push things behind our face. And I don't want to go into that because at the end of the day I don't have no proof, I don't have no thing to back up on that. But I mean, through my experience and my little socializing, I know a lot of these politicians who is be fighting each other behind closed doors. Them, I wouldn't say they's friend, but they have a mutual respect for each other, and there's a big show they's be putting on. So you see this Duncy culture, I fed up with it, dog, and I feel like as a man doing this channel,
All right.
as a man
Before,
doing this
all right.
channel, we
Wait.
bit by
All right.
bit had to stop
Wait,
this
wait,
show people they
wait,
dunciness, dog.
wait,
Show
wait.
people how duncy it is. You see it on your
My
road.
brother, give me a chance, please. So, what is your solution then? Since you have a problem,
You see, is at the end of the day, first people had to be aware of what they're doing. So you put money spot with a solution. I don't have a one time solution, but what it is I would have like
no,
to
I
do with the
mean,
channel, what I
all
would
right,
like to
go.
do with the channel is basically create scenarios, do skits to show people when it is they feel like them in the right is really and truly you don't know what next man going through. And you just that's what's be going on again. And I had to go back to it. People is be jumping in the feelings and you see it plenty on the road. You watch a man vex at somebody because they find they make a bad drive. But this time they speeding. If you wasn't speeding, dog, you wouldn't have had that problem. But you're vex and you're cussing and you're like, boy, people can't drive. And the road is probably the best reflection, in my opinion, always be going on in the country. So if it is you had to say, if I had to have a solution, my solution is to just shine up people then basically. Let you
And,
see what it is you're really doing.
what you feel we doing with the channel, right?
Well, yeah,
Is basically the reflection of the bullshit people does entertain.
but what it is I want us to start to do is actually change the conversation. That's something that can happen overnight.
Yeah, but in what way?
In that, let me use the same driving, for example, right? People feel like driving, I just say driving fast is a big thing. Although I don't feel I think plenty people, is only a few people find our driving fast thing cool.
I just
But
drive fast.
you drive reckless, you just break the speed limit,
Yeah,
well then you're reckless.
right.
Why you need to drive fast?
You ever hear me
That don't,
kill anybody? You ever hear me get any
that
nemesis?
it don't matter. You don't know. The
Everything
man who
situation,
a
everything
man could have sit
situational.
down,
G.
you
I not
see,
going on. Listen to me. I not going on drive the speed limit in a hot area, knowing what going on in the country, my brother. I
well
go on.
right. You see.
I go on.
That's the thing. You had say you drive fast, but now what you're saying is you don't drive fast, you drive smart. Because I not gonna stand up by a red light
Right.
by
But
the harp.
to the police, that is reckless driving.
Nah, let me just be real though. Reckless driving
No,
is not the police
being
talking,
real,
it's I talking. I say in
right.
reckless driving is when it is you're speeding for no reason.
That is,
And
that
when
is
it is you
you.
see men on the highway cutting in and out of traffic. But that's why it have laws, dog. That's why it have a speed limit because
Exactly.
you can't feel just because you have a pressing something or whatever that you need, as you seen, I need to endanger everybody's life because it wouldn't, you say you never get in an accident, you never kill nobody. But you don't know, you could have
I
be
never say I didn't get no accident. You understand?
no,
But
but again,
when
I'm
I
not,
driving hard, I don't get no accidents. When I
let
take
me
in my
say
time,
John. Let me say
when I take in,
John. John is our man. When he driving, now John is our excellent driver. But John, being such a good driver, he know when and where to drive hard, right? So John now is 3 o'clock in the morning and John coming home from a dance. John not drinking or nothing, John sober, right? So John decide, boy, I was seeing 3 o'clock in the morning, me wasting no time, I pressing. Not knowing that Tom catch it and seeing you pressing, say, boy, yeah, boy, and decide to follow you and crash. Now you say that is not John's fault because Tom should have know whatever, but again, is our old time kind of way I think it, he's your brother keeper. And this is where like a small action is have a ripple effect now, boy. So that's why people is tell you start with you. And is something that you mightn't even see. You never see the effects of it until it is everybody start to move that way now, boy.
it will never
So
happen.
nah man. You see if it is
The
you say it will never
place,
happen, it will
the
never happen.
world, the world not designed to be under your order. What you feel supposed to be the right thing.
But it's not my order. It's just a more
It's you
conscious
speaking.
order.
It's you speaking. So
Yeah, but I'm not
wherever
speaking
you
for myself. I speaking for the sake
you could
of
only speak for yourself, is you speaking.
no my brother. What I trying to say is something that I alone is not just me, is looking at it from a more conscious perspective, meaning that
Again,
let us all try to think
that
that
is
way.
your opinion. That is your opinion. At the end of the day, there are many people who will not think like you, G. And there's people too.
Right? But if it is, they could see the
You,
benefit of it by me living my life. Let me say again, you say it's normal. So I go and say it's my opinion, right? My opinion, my life. If I could just, through my way of living, change, let me say you, change your opinion because you are wrong me right through and say, well, you know what, boy? Maybe this way that try thinking, maybe he making some sense, boy. Better we really try to do the right thing in spite of I know, I know you're a man very, very critical. So, the right thing, quote unquote, is still relative. But let me just use it in a general sense. The right thing meaning, harming nobody or whatever. Let me try to do the right thing despite being surrounded by people who just doing the wrong.
Why
Not
try,
because
boy?
that's the norm.
Why try? You're supposed to be doing the right thing. You're not supposed to be even trying. The people just don't want to us. This is what I'm trying to tell you. So I not out here to change nobody. I just being myself and I rocking on my own train. Hopefully, people will see what we're doing and take, you know what I mean? Start their own conversation.
But that's what I'm
Simple as
trying to
it
show
is.
you. But that's making a change. But you just echo to me everything now I was trying to say.
Yeah, but your part,
Let
you
me
put
do
across the
my
wrong
own
way.
thing. Well,
You
that's
put,
what you
you
there
put
for, I suppose, to clarify it. But I'm glad now we could agree on that. Let we do the right thing in we own zone. And it's up to people, I suppose. But I really believe being in a position as leaders in doing what we do in market leaders, I just using that term, that we will be more influential than we might realize. So
I
from the
know even studying that.
foundation, now
I
well, I
not
will
even
study it
studying that though, because here we're
because
going on.
it's
You see
building our
reality,
foundation.
you see reality. That is all I concern about. The reality and the real aspect. Everything now we talk about. So you might have your opinion. All right, I just try not to hold our opinion. Let me deal with the facts.
Mm.
I'm saying that's just me. And that's why I like about society. Everybody have an opinion. I going against the grain of things now. I don't know if you're following me.
Yeah.
Because almost everything I probably research or put fact to, people disagree with me. I have no problem with that. But the thing is, I could prove myself. I could defend my claims. But majority of people just believe everything is a religious belief in it. You don't know for a fact, but you believe in it. And curse anybody who go against the belief system or whatever it is. And that's where and that's your society right there, G. That's exactly what going on. You
You
will
know
have
what
your
is I
beliefs, I will have my beliefs, and just because yours different from mine, we will disagree with one another and you'll create a barrier. No? Instead of trying to learn, just the mere fact that we don't know certain things, we get angry now. Boy. We started dispute.
you gain your feelings.
Same thing you talk about, getting your feelings. But
Yeah, and I mean,
who's we to stop that, boy? That's what we grew up in. And that is how life is. So for you now trying
boy,
to make that change, it come like that's a big step.
yeah, and I daring to do it because what
For
else
what
you out here
reason?
to do, boy? To just
To
eat
live, to live.
and
Yeah, yeah. That is the purpose,
nah,
though. So
nah,
where you
boy,
feel
I
the
don't
birds
feel
and
so.
them, where you feel the birds and
Nah,
them
nah,
doing? You
nah.
feel them studying to make world peace.
It's not a bird dog.
This is what
I
I'm
had
trying to tell you.
consciousness. I had choice.
We is the only
So
species enslaved in we own thinking, us. And we don't want to accept it. We want to feel that we're free. So why is supposed to do? Try and change people frame of thought? No, that don't make sense. Eventually
mm,
people will wake up. Some people just not destined to wake up. That is how reality is. The more you dwell on that, you just dig yourself a hole, though. But you're trying to save people that don't want to be saved.
true. And that was what I was saying before. What is the point of doing that when people just don't want to be? People don't want to learn.
Because you're looking for the 1%, the 1% out of the how much of our subscribers, how much viewers. You're looking for the 1%. One person must say, well, all right, them fellas make a little bit of sense. You know, I could put some in my book to say, all right, nice. I could make that change because them fellas really inspire me. No? It's just that if you could change one person's life, that's all you need to do. Us.
Yep. And that's why I'm glad the two of us have these kind of different angles. But I feel ultimately still, you and me on the same, we are the same goal. It's just I think I bring myself across different to you, simply
Yeah, the
because
contrast is you bring up that the contrast
mhm, because
because
I
yeah,
still see myself as an idealist dog, feeling like I could change the world, and I gonna go with that because
nothing wrong with that. Once you
yeah,
comfortable,
yeah.
just when
So that why I wouldn't as though complain. Sometimes it's frustratement dealing with people, but I don't complain because I know that's the point of view I choose. It's just frustrating knowing that I so much is feel like I so in the minority now, boy. Like all around me, I just surrounded with people who for the self, and in a way, you carry the
that's
vex at people.
that's the
You
way it's supposed to be.
nah, boy, I do agree with
You
that.
fighting natural instinct, G. You
Nah,
fighting natural
I don't
instinct.
think a natural instinct supposed to be survival, right? And you could never be you can't evolve wanting to survive by fighting each other. It just not sustainable. It
All
just
right,
nature by itself
listen to
is
me, all right?
evolved to sustain.
Listen to me, all right? You
I
take
before you say that, one thing I had to say, I feel that program into us. They fight each other, something or some way that was programmed. I don't feel that natural.
what is the society we live in? You need money to survive. One, you had to have some kind of status. Two, and then you have to prove yourself. Three, plenty people still trying to prove themselves. Who's you to say for them not to prove themselves, dog?
Well, we're proven. Like, I
What you mean
suppose yes,
by
eh? I
what
suppose
you
yes, it's
mean?
true.
So
Because I
if
trying to
all
do the
right,
same thing. I trying to do the
wait.
same thing, basically.
Thank you.
Basically.
Thank you.
Yeah.
You have to
Correct, yeah.
prove yourself out here.
Hmm.
You have to.
But to what
Like it
for
or
what
not.
reward? For what reward?
No, that's situational. Everybody different. Everybody are different points to prove. Like right now, I trying to prove a point.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying? At the same time, that's just the way it go, man.
Boy.
Trying
And
to fight it, you just it's like trying
yeah,
to
you're
tell me
just swimming
the
against the
sky
tide.
green. You're just trying to tell me the sky green and dog, the sky blue horse. There's nothing you could do to change the sky to make it green.
Unless you're colorblind.
No, unless you're colorblind, you don't know what color. You just have to go with what the person tell you who you're learning from. And
I
that is
just
the
thought
problem we have in the society.
I just
You know,
actually was being devil's advocate for being devil's advocate's sake. But we get any of the guests we get Chef Chin to jump on as yet? Or you didn't get any luck with that?
nobody, right? Nobody. Everybody hits with the cold shoulder.
Well boy,
I
we
love it
getting that
though.
while now, so
I love it because we start fresh too.
yeah.
So I expect that we have no viewers, we have no panelists coming on.
Yeah, well, when we was at 15,000, how much people wanted to jump on the bandwagon?
I
It had
can't
real
say.
people I don't know about. Nah, I don't know about. Well, on my
Can't say.
end, it had real people was they wanted to know how and how they could thing but
I didn't really care too much.
I like how you say that. But yeah, so just dealing with the channel a little bit again. We still going with the same ideas, which was, as I told you, the interviews and the photo shoots. I'm real excited for the photo shoot because it, the first one we'll do, to me, is still kind of in the box. But the plans we have is out the box. It's not the typical photo shoots you're doing. But even this first one that we have scheduled, I taken a model from one type of world and basically transforming her to fit in a whole next category.
Elaborate,
But
please.
well, I'm trying to study how I can elaborate without giving it totally away. I taking somebody from one part of the country and dressing them to suit a next part of the country.
All right. I'm following you.
So
As you
some
mentioned, you don't want to give all the details. All right.
yeah, somebody with a particular type of look and then turning her into with a like dressing her different now boy than what she will ever she I know personally will never rock them kind of clothes, will never do her hair that kind of way. But I mean she have a nice look, so I already see the vision for her and I show it, and it will be a nice shoot now boy. Down to her followers and thing go ball because they will say wow, you know. 'Cause I see her doing some band launches. I see her do the band launch drive this weekend, and she looked nice, but to me she just looked typical now, boy. She looked like what everybody will expect her to look like. And I know she's a naturally pretty girl. She's like that's why it is I choose her. She don't need makeup to look pretty. So when it is I style her and dress her and thing, it'll just look so no it will look so natural on her. She do have it. It will just take her so good now, boy. So I excited about that.
Pal, pal, that girl sweet. Anything she wear go look good to me, yes?
Yeah,
Big
yeah,
man
she
thing.
nice. She win. She win. She's actually I and you know what's the funny thing, boy, Stelt? I when I reached out to her, she had like about I think 12K on Instagram. Um, she young. She not really in our age bracket, but I mean in her zone, she was just, you know, she I would say I don't want to say she was popping or super popular, but people know her, you know. But I
Yeah.
think since she do this band launch, I see she get like over 2,000 followers just over the weekend, and I see in her confidence and all rising in that she might turn into a visa face like that faster than that now, boy. And I mean, I take a little credit to see that. I mean, I had see that in a. I find visa faces no pips because at the end of the day, Trinidad small. So when you feel like your real thing is Trinidad is just a million people, I mean, New York City have 10 times that, probably more. But the point is, she on the rise now, boy. You're going to be seeing more of her, and I really hope that for her too, because at the end of the day, I think that's the direction she wants to go in. So I excited to have her work with the brand, you know. Dog, the interview, my word, is only fair that as I show you again, it's so much things to put in place for the interview because boy, I just feel like that interview gonna be real, it's gonna be special.
Which one you talking about?
The one that has the one that I'm working on now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So it have still discussions back and forth between me and the narrator, which is the subject, and he is only fair that I mean, seeing as he's never done something like this before, he never really opened up to the country that he's still a little skeptical, but he's still game to do it, and I'm glad that he agreed because I totally could understand. You don't want your private life. Not everybody want that out there. He already fairly popular, fairly well known, almost infamous. So
Don't say that.
he as a person, I can understand if he a little hesitant. So he decided that we should
Oh,
discuss it a little more. So
well, yeah,
yeah, what you were
it's only
saying?
fair.
Yeah, it's
Nah,
only
I'm
that's
just making a
totally
joke. I'm just
understandable.
making a joke.
Now, yeah,
Yeah.
that's totally understandable. And like you had already advised me that you know you don't feel like we should go too personal on him.
No, you don't ever,
Yeah,
him, her, whoever, don't ever go into their personal life. Let them speak.
yeah. I willing
Just
to
stick
just
with the
go as far as
facts,
they
man.
allow. Yeah, I just
Just
as
stick
far
with
as
the
you allow
facts.
me to thing I go in. So
Because you know me, I like to deal with facts. I don't want to hear opinions too much because everybody have their own idea of what this is the right thing from the wrong thing, XYZ, tralala.
But it's so funny you say that because in this particular case, the facts very personal. So is a fact that certain things, like I mean, everybody could see his life, but I mean at the same time, it's not because he could hide it. That don't mean that he necessarily want to talk about it. And I understand that.
You're giving
As
out
a
too
man,
much information.
yeah, so all I would say is I respect him for just being himself now, boy. And from the get go, whether I talk to him or I had to interview him or whatever, from the get go, I give him his respect because not everybody could just be themselves now, boy. So that's
I
the
wouldn't
interview.
be I wouldn't be surprised if that failed, to be
Yeah, I
honest.
wouldn't be surprised either because at the end of the day, he have his right to his privacy. So forget about that. So I wouldn't be surprised, and I wouldn't say it fail. I just would say that if he just he not that, but I see it happening because I mean he's a cool individual same way. So and I don't think I coming from any standpoint or disrespect or whatever. It will happen. It'll happen in whatever form or fashion, and however
It
it
was
happen.
unconscious on your behalf, you know. You didn't mean to, but it came across that way.
Anyways, but that's too much depth there. So yeah, I looking forward to doing them thing boy stealth, honestly. And I mean, I just really it have so much different things. I just stand up now and I see so much things that yeah boy, people need to know what's going on here. Because I don't know if it is you ever noticed, but for some reason now it has so much different religions that decide that they come in the public and preaching their beliefs and things. So I curious. I just want to know, well, what is this? And it have
Yeah, to
people
start
will
a
see it.
religion. Yeah, start a religion.
It have a new religion where you're wearing a strainer, a spaghetti strainer on your head, and that's the religion. I don't know if you saw it. It happened in Florida, I
Bro,
believe it
bro.
was somewhere in the states.
Bro, don't
And
over
a
that,
man,
bro.
well, let me give you the story. A man come to take his driver's license picture with a strainer on his head. And they tell him that he had to take off the strainer and he tell them, well, this is my religious belief. And he
Ooh.
went he went to court and he
So
win.
wait, so wait, he have the driver's license with a string on the head, right?
Correct? Correct?
I had to see that picture of us. He talking shit.
Yeah. Just
I had to
Google
see
it.
that picture.
It's
I
on
know,
YouTube.
no, don't tell me Google it. Find the picture and show me though.
Yeah, I will show you. I will show you. A white man, he decided that and they base it totally on Christianity. And I think honestly, I don't think he crazy or he's stupid. I think he was just trying to prove our point. But he going die hard with it. He going die hard that he believe the strain
Point
of
proven.
God going and come from the sky and the strain of God die for him and he had to wear the strain on his head because
Point
he
proven.
believed in the strain of God.
And that is what religious beliefs does do.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? You can win a court case.
The man the man driver's license have his he have a strain on he had us.
Mm, no,
Who is
that
you
ain't
to
good,
tell him
man.
that? Who is you to tell him what he believe wrong?
True. Can't.
I will just, at the end of the day, us to each his own when it comes to that. So most of the people who will disagree with that is Christians. And probably some extremist Islams. But that's the kind of people I just want to get online to find out well why you feel like you have the right to tell people what right from wrong. Even the Christian Bible tell you that at the end of the day, all right, in the Christian Bible, Christ come for his people. They refer to them as Christians, Israelites, however you want to refer to them. But at no point in time he tell you that you are the right to judge. He tell you go and preach, but he didn't tell you judge. So I just like to hear them, I just like to hear them talk because, as a man study and likewise when it come to them thing, as you say, it's either come with facts, and my facts is what it is written in you in your Bible, in your Christian Bible, but yet still you doing something different. So if the man want to wear a strain on his head, us,
Big up.
yeah, power to you, us. And I hope you find paradise. So
Yeah.
it's serious out here.
Paradise passing through the street now.
Hey, but you know, I noticed like this weekend it had a gay pride first gay pride parade or some kind of thing like that.
Yeah, I end up
And
seeing that. But
I
the
remember.
only thing I
Mm-hmm.
noticed in that video, G, I only watch a couple of seconds. That's
Mm.
some real sweet woman in that parade, dog.
Well, look, I didn't even notice that.
Why, if you see them
I
kind of
probably watch
woman,
a
dog,
different video.
yeah, son. No, you don't know who is who in this time, but
Well, that is the thing. That is the thing. They probably not new.
I should retract that statement then. Wait.
Exactly. You might feel as a woman. So
Don't do about that. Don't do about that, please.
is that's a reality, dog, and you
No,
know that too.
but if in this point in time you can't differentiate from a man from a woman, there's something wrong with you, honestly speaking. Big
Mm.
man thing. I'm telling you. If you
Well,
can't differentiate
well,
between the
how
two,
at a glimpse, to me, it have
no bro.
transvestites
No bro,
that
no bro.
honestly,
No bro.
dog, I see it on Instagram.
You trying to tell me a man have a woman anatomy. A man will always have a man
Nah, boy,
anatomy.
still,
Bro,
I
bro.
you see it
A
have so
man
much
will
of
always
surgery. And you don't watch
people in
these
Trinidad not
shows
doing
with
surgery, Ras. It's
dog.
nobody in
But
Trinidad with those sort of surgery per se, like the average Joe going and do surgery, Ras.
you know,
Let me be
I,
realistic. Let me be
still
realistic.
it's only because I don't want to go down that road. But it are people who go in right there in Venezuela and changing the sex,
That is
dog. It are
them. That is them. That is not the grand popular settings. This is what I'm trying to show you.
no, but
You will
what
speak.
remember you were
You speak.
saying you must know
You
a man from
speaking.
a woman, right? You must know a
Yes, my
man from a
brother.
woman.
Yes, my brother. Because we have our anatomy that differentiate man from woman race.
Nah,
If you
still,
can't tell the
it have
two,
some
there's something
women,
wrong with you.
natural born women, who just naturally have broad shoulders and thing. So if it don't have to be, you see, you could watch somebody and it's not, you see, not sexual. You just watch somebody and assume there's a woman because you're
No,
not really.
I don't go around watching people thinking if there's man or
Well,
woman.
that you, that
I am
you.
all I'm trying to tell you
The
is that
point is, you
if
say
it's
you must know a man
you have
from
to
a
let me
woman.
talk to you have to let me finish. The point I'm trying to make is the male body have a specific anatomy to it as the female body. If you cannot differentiate between the two, something is wrong with you, my brother.
Nah, still, don't give me that because you could clearly just easily mistake
It
now.
never happened. It never happened to me. G.
Nah, that you, but it could happen, dog. It could happen. And it's simply because you're not looking for it.
Right, and I never said it couldn't happen. I'm just trying to tell you that if it happens, something is wrong with you, my brother.
No, well, if it is, you look for it. And if it is, you no, well, right. This is why and you see, you didn't let me get to that. That's what I was
Right.
saying. At a glance, yeah, you can make mistake. But if it is, you say you go out with somebody and you actually interact with this person and you couldn't make that out, well,
There's
then
something wrong
I
with
don't
you.
even.
That's what I
I
mean.
don't want to say something wrong with you, though, because I don't want to. I
Yes,
just want to say, well,
yes,
boy,
bro.
you
Yes,
need a
bro.
little more. You
Yes, bro.
something.
Bro. 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 Something wrong with you, bro.
Ah, boy. Oh, well, I not judging you, dog. Just me and you, Caroline, because we not on the same level.
It's not no line at all. But anyways, so it's Minister 9G. Nobody in
Yeah,
common, no viewers.
that
You know,
minor.
we unpopular right now.
That is
So
small
you
thing,
know,
dog. The point is, we have the momentum going, and we not
we
stopping.
have our duty. We have our duty. When everybody fail, we still have to come through and at least keep the Sunday live. I
Yeah,
want to do more lives, but I can't do more lives with no
by
viewers, man.
yourself, dog. Don't worry yourself. No, no. As
You
long
know
as
what I
it
mean?
is, as long as
Because
it is,
it's really
I
a
get like
community,
that
man.
strength. Yeah, we will go
It's
through, and
really
it
a
will build.
community. I trying to build from the foundation now. I
Yeah,
don't really care about
correct.
the viewers, how much views, how much watch hours, because that totally dependent on the community itself.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So if the
Nah, but
people
I
don't
glad.
live stream, sorry for them, this live stream will be happening every
Yeah,
Sunday.
regardless. That's good too. That's at the end of the day though. I don't think it's that the people don't want it. It's just that right now we just not reaching them. People want it, but
You
people
know
are
me, guys.
hell
I
hip to
like
it
to
as yet.
instigate. I like to instigate bacchanal. Don't worry yourself. Don't
Yeah,
worry
well,
yourself,
boy,
brother.
bacchanal is apparently what it is people want. You know why it's not a bacchanal, man? I just try to keep
And
it.
this is why I like the contrast because I like the bacchanal, but nobody coming forth. Um, you know, give me
Yeah,
that
I
attention
know that.
to say, well, I could have a heated argument and still win.
Boy, I don't feel people. A man will come on and try to war you, and he will never win. He will had a. I could never see a man warring you and winning in the first round, but he might have a second round. So you never know. You never know.
Well,
I was
it
like
come
meant
like
to
this,
do
right?
so and do the research and come now, boy.
Noel, why saying right? Is if you win me, that means you're mashing up plenty movements that going on that are against the
Yeah, well,
grain right now.
we will get
So
into
if you
that.
win me, that means all right, I really have to reevaluate my mindset because to me, why no working? So if I wrong, if you
All right. So
understand where I'm coming from,
before we sign off, I will you tell me what is the price right now of Bitcoin and Ethereum before we close
so
off?
that's I'm gonna refresh.
Just to keep them, let them know that we paying attention to
Okay.
that now, boy, because that is something that we really serious about, that other people need to be serious about. So let them know that
Well, I could
your
share my
GT.
screen.
Yeah, if it is you
I
want to
could
share the screen, that'll be good.
I'm sure it now right. It's sent to everyone. You see my screen? Treyman, are you seeing my
No,
screen?
I looking at it now and not seeing it.
It's here presenting, so I'll show it.
Yeah,
Bitcoin
it
is
probably
eight
just
thousand one hundred
mm,
and $138. Ethereum is $462.
right.
Right?
Today is the 29th of July 2018. All right, cool.
That
So,
basically it.
people, all you get up to the time and stop giving all your money to the bank and the credit union.
Let them get the money to the bank now. Man. Yeah. Let them go ahead. Continue being ignorant and still living in the 1980s.
Well, it
Please
are real people who
continue.
ball, you know. They will
I want
ball
them to ball.
when that dollar crash,
I
they
want
will
them to
die.
hold their head on ball. No problem.
We'll have real videos to post. Anyways, my brother, it was real.
Don't
Strength,
know.
powers, guidance.
They don't know.
So until next
YuhGT
week, yeah,
out.
respect to everybody who listening, everybody who take the
We have
time to
zero
actually listen
viewers.
after. Nah,
We
yeah,
have
I mean,
zero viewers.
as we done it going on post. So
Yeah.
if they
But you
couldn't
don't
come
know.
on tonight, they go watch it in the morning. You don't know. So
Yeah.
yeah, again, big up my people, big up Ashaki, big up Chef Chin, and big up my boy, More Money Pawn Shop, and big up Delta. Yeah, that's
I
some
know where
free
to bring
shout
from
outs
my
there.
side because they put me on scene. So bless.
Nah, well,
Everybody know me, G. I just get emotional for them things. I don't ask so much. They don't know.
yeah, well, regardless. Yeah, big up my boy, big up the whole of Barrett area too. Whole of Barrett area. Big up. So yeah, it was real. Joey G, Steltos. Until the next time, look out for we. Next week Sunday, same time, same place, 8 o'clock. Respect.
Go.